Hey guys, what's up? Uh, I'm sitting at my computer. I'm using my computer's web FaceTime camera tonight instead of my GoPro. This isn't really a vlog or a blog per se, rather just kind of a little update that I wanted to share with you guys. So, um, you guys know that I've been into ham radio for uh, quite some time. I just never really. Um, I know things always kept getting like added to my schedule. I've had to push the exam back a few times and whatnot. I was originally going to try to take it in May, but then something happened. I think it was a trip. It might have been a trip. I don't remember. No, I don't remember. I had to push it back for a reason. I don't remember what it was though. um, and um, I was going to take it in June, um, but the weekend or the Friday that it was offered, I was getting ready to go down to South Bend for a concert, the Bears' Big Growl, and which, by the way, side note, was a great concert. Just saying, I saw a ton of cool bands. Anyway, yeah. So that's why I didn't take it in June. So I finally took the exam tonight. Well, it's after midnight now. It's 12:24 on July 11. I took the exam at 6:30 p.m. on July 10, 2015. Good news, I passed. Yes. So now I have my technician's amateur radio license, and I am excited. I can't broadcast just yet because my I have to wait for the FCC to issue me my call sign, and you need to have a call sign in order to broadcast on ham radio. So I am really excited that I passed. I'm very happy. It was a little stressful because before you take the exam, you had to fill out some paperwork. You know, the federal government, FCC paperwork, and all that stuff. And it's just like, oh my gosh, like I just want to take the exam and just get it over with. I have been taking practice exams using hamstudy.org. That's HAMSTUDY.org. Sponsored by ICOM. They are not paying me to advertise for them or anything like that. They are not giving me anything. This is just uh, I'm just saying it because it has been an invaluable resource when it's come time to study for the technician's exam. It's uh, it's been um, it's been challenging and fun at the same time, which I like. It was a lot of fun to study for. Uh, they offer study materials for the technicians, for general, and even amateur extra, which is really cool. They give you practice exams and flashcards to study from, which is really nice. And I took about 30. I think I took about 30 practice exams just this week alone. And I had taken some earlier, like a month or two and 3 months back. So going in, I felt okay. I wasn't sure how I would do. But when the guy came out to tell me that, hey, congratulations, I passed, I was like, oh, thank heavens. And I'm glad that is over with. And yeah. And so, yeah, Ham Study, awesome resource. If you're getting into ham radio, highly check it out. Hamstudy.org. It's awesome. Um, I need to give a shout out to a few people uh, who um, who who helped me as well. In addition to um, in addition to ham study, I had some people give me guidance when it comes to ham radio, and it's gosh, I've had people like since I was in 8th grade giving me guidance in ham radio. And I just kind of want to give these people a shout out. The first person I need to give out a shout out to is my uncle Don. He has his general license, and he's been a great help to me in ham radio lingo. An Elmer, he's been an Elmer for me to me, which has been awesome. We talked a lot about it in 8th grade, and then had conversations about it thereafter. So it was it was a good conversations with him. I need to give a shout out to a YouTuber. His name is David, and I think it's Perret or Perret. Sorry if I butcher the name. His call sign is KF7ETX, Kilo Fox 7 Echo Tango X-Ray. And he has also, like, probably not knowing it, but his videos from a year or two ago have really kind of pushed me forward and finally getting my technician's license. David, thank you for your YouTube videos. They have been really awesome, really helpful. I love your little product reviews that you did and do for various things. And I like your Amped store as well. So again, he's not giving me money to say any of this. No one's giving me money for any products that I'm mentioning tonight. I'm just saying. That's all. There's a couple other YouTubers that whose videos I've watched, and unfortunately, I did not write down their call signs, and my apologies. And those people were also really helpful when it came to kind of just like ham radio operations, more or less, kind of like operating procedures. That's what I'm looking for, like how a repeater works, kind of like what's good repeater etiquette kind of thing. Because in the exam, they really don't ask you questions about ham radio, like not necessarily how repeaters work per se, but rather like how you should communicate and utilize a repeater and whatnot, so you're not doing a disservice to the repeater or the repeater operator and owner. So yeah, apologies. There's like 2 or 3 of you out there whose YouTube videos have helped me out a lot. If I can find their call signs again, I will edit this video, and I will put their call signs in the description down below. So yeah, it's been a good journey. I'm glad it's over. Like I said, it was a little nerve-wracking at first, because I actually my brother-in-law who took the exam with me and also passed. He got done before I did, and I walked out of that testing room, and I was just like, oh, I think I bombed it. I think I failed it. Those were the first words out of my mouth. So when the VEC came out to tell me, hey, you passed, I was like, oh my gosh, wow. So I'm happy. I'm very excited. So now I can now start really utilizing this radio now. This is a Wilkson UV8D, and it's a great little radio. I've been using this for GMRS, because I'm also GMRS licensed, and I've been using this radio for GMRS operations. But now with my tech license, I can actually now utilize this radio for amateur radio, for ham radio. This radio does the 2 meter bands, which is the 146 megahertz range. And then this also does, Actually, it's like 144 through 147, something like that. Um, so, and this does 70 centimeters, which is the four or otherwise known as 440, so 440 megahertz. This has been a very good radio for GMRS. I now that once I get my call sign, will probably be getting my call sign in the mail. Not in the mail, excuse me. It should be showing up in the FCC database next week. I'm actually hoping next week, Thursday, on my birthday. That would be a great birthday present. Hey, I wake up and there's my call sign in the FCC database. So yeah, we'll see. I am not going to transmit, even though like I've passed the exam. Uh, I'm not going to fake like a call sign or anything like that. That just does a big disservice for the hobby. I know a lot of people would be like, "Oh, just get on. You've passed. You've proven yourself." And it's like, yes, but the FCC hasn't gotten the paperwork yet that I've passed the exam. So I gotta wait for them to look over their paperwork and then add me to the database. So I'm hoping uh, a week from today, or maybe even sooner, like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday ish next week. Um, I'm hoping to have my call sign in the database, and once it is in the database, I'll probably like throw it out there. I know some people don't like sharing their call sign info because, yeah, you can look up call signs in the FCC database. It's a public database because it's a federal database, and it's probably something to do with the Freedom of Information Act and whatnot. So anybody can go and look up a call sign. Um, yeah, anybody can go look up call signs and stuff. So um, I have nothing to hide, and um, I don't care if people know my call sign or not. In fact, I kind of encourage it because I want to not necessarily like do contesting right now, and I can't because I just have a technician license. Um, so I'm kind of restricted to VHF and UHF for voice right now, which that's fine with me. I am going to study for the general eventually and get that. Hopefully a year from now, I'll take the general exam. Anyway, what was I going to say? Oh, shoot, I kind of lost my train of thought. Um, uh, yeah, I'm not transmitting. I'm not going to broadcast or anything. Oh, license. That was it. That was it. I don't care if people know what my call sign is. I encourage it. Like if anybody's in the Grand Rapids, Michigan area, or if I'm traveling and someone hears my call sign, hey, say hi, please. Um, yeah, ham radio is not for old people, just so you know. It was actually really awesome tonight. Everybody at the exam tonight, they were about my age. I'm 30 years old, just FYI, but not for much longer. Um, it was actually really cool seeing people my age and younger taking their exam and passing. It's really cool. It's nice. Ham radio has done a lot. I mean, a lot of people think like it's a bunch of old people, like 70, 80-year-old people, like talking on these radios that are the size of my basement. And yeah, I mean, maybe a long time ago that was the case, but as you saw from that little HT handheld transceiver that I have, it's um, it's gotten very compact. Yeah, you can still buy like bigger radios, but they're more sophisticated now thanks to like digital modes and whatnot. And yeah, it's crazy. But ham radio has done a lot of things uh, for a lot of different technologies. Um, I don't know exactly when repeaters started becoming a thing and when they were just starting off. I want to say it was in the 70s at some point, but I could be wrong on that. Um, I think 70. It was in the 70s. I'm pretty sure. Well, the cell phone didn't come out until it was the oh boy. When did the I don't remember when the cell phone came out. Like the giant Motorola brick that was like that kind of thing with the big you can't like long antenna. It was like that long. It was ridiculously long. Um I want to say that was like the very early 80s or maybe it was the 70s. I don't remember. Um but the repeater technology in amateur radio brought about um, cell phones um, because like if you have linked repeaters and whatnot, you change frequency like the W8IRA independent repeater system here in the West Michigan, Northern Michigan area is a linked repeater network. They got repeaters in Grand Rapids. They've got listening posts in Holland and Kalamazoo. They've got Cadillac, Big Rapids, uh, Vanderbilt. There used to be one in Bent Harbor, and I'm really sad that that repeater was decommissioned. I really hope they can get another repeater in there. That would be really cool. Same with Mackinac. There was one in Mackinac as well. And that one's been decommissioned. However, that one is they're looking for a new repeater site for that one. So hopefully soon that repeater gets back on the air. But these repeaters are linked together, so when you travel from like Grand Rapids uh, to like Traverse City, you can jump on the Grand Rapids repeater if you're starting in Grand Rapids. Switch over to the Big Rapids repeater when you're going through Big Rapids, and switch to the Cadillac repeater. Um, and then switching to the Traverse City repeater when you get to Traverse City. And basically, like if I'm traveling up to Traverse City, my brother-in-law could be on his radio in his condo downtown Grand Rapids in the condo, pick up his HT and give me a call, and I will hear it even though I am up in Traverse City. It's really cool. And the same kind of technology, albeit more sophisticated, came out with cell phones, and that's how we got cell phone towers and whatnot. Basically, cell phone towers are just repeaters, giant computerized repeaters. So ham radio has done a lot, and it's going to be very cool. I'm excited. Probably one of the first things I'm going to do. Um, Probably one of the let's see. Well, obviously, one of the first things is I'm going to jump on a repeater and try to talk to some people. There's a few repeaters around here that I can definitely jump on and talk to people, especially if I get on the linked repeater system, which is like goes all the way from like Battle Creek over to up to Lansing, Grand Rapids, Kalamazoo, Holland, Grand Rapids, Ludington, Big Rapids, Mount Pleasant, Traverse City, Vanderbilt, and so on and so forth. There's always people on, it seems. Um, and yeah, some other things that I'm looking forward to as well is I want to operate amateur radio satellites. I'm really excited to try that at some point. Um, let's see, amateur radio satellites is a good one. I'm gonna do a fox hunt. No, I'm not gonna go shoot a furry uh, um, woodland creature or a or a guy in a fursuit or anything like that. No, 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 no. Fox hunt is basically like you have like it's basically a fox and the hound kind of hunt ham radio game. Basically, someone is the fox. Someone takes like a little transmitter that transmits like an identifier or call or its call sign, like every few seconds or so, and the hounds, aka us people, have to go find this fox, which is a transmitter, again, is a transmitter about this big, and it can fit into like an ammo can or something like that. And they hide it, like up in a tree or down on the ground or kind of, buried or something. They hide it. And obviously, the first person to find the fox wins, kind of thing. So I'm looking forward to that. There's a couple in my area, a couple ham radio clubs in my area that offer fox hunts, and I would love to do that. Now, I can't drive, but I can definitely operate the radio and have someone else drive for me and whatnot. And that's usually what people do. A lot of people like have teams and whatnot. You've got a radio operator, you've got a navigator, and you've got a driver. The ham radio, the guy operating the radio points the special antenna. It's basically like an antenna with a pole, and then coming off the sides of it are beams. It's called a Yagi, and a lot of people like build their own Yagi directional antennas kind of thing, and you just wave it around until you get a strong signal from the fox. You rotate it, turn it, whatnot, and then you get your bearing based off of your direction. And so someone in the car would do that, or walking through the woods and whatnot. And then you'd have a navigator that keeps an eye on the map. And then if you're doing it via vehicle, you then you have a driver too. So yeah, I mean, definitely having a team of 3 or 4 would be really cool. And I'd love to do it too. Even my non-hams, I think my I can't say non-hams. My friends that don't have their ham radio licenses might get a kick out of it too. I mean, like either me or my brother-in-law would have to be in the vehicle with them, but to operate the radio, because the only person that can operate the radio is the licensee. So yeah. Anyway, fox hunt is another thing I want to do. The satellite communications, another fun thing I would love to do at some point. I don't know if it's still going on, but definitely at some point I'm going to do it, is I want to talk to the International Space Station. Yes, you can do it. You don't need a special like permit or anything like that. You just need to have your technician's license to talk to the ISS. So that is definitely one thing I'm excited for and that I'm going to do someday. And yeah, another thing too is I definitely want to get on IRLP and Echolink. Those are VoIP services through ham radio and whatnot. And I'm really excited to get on there. And then there's an IRLP node not far from here, and there's also an Echolink node not far from here. And there's a guy down in Australia in Victoria, and I can't remember his name or his call sign. VKE. Oh, shoot, I forgot it. I've watched a few of his videos, and he's blogged about his IRLP node and Echolink node and whatnot. So I would love to jump in on his node at some point and just talk to somebody in Australia. I think that would be a lot of fun. So yeah, those are some of the fun things that I'm hoping to do. And yeah, I didn't mean for this video to be 23 minutes, so I'm gonna cut it off. Point is, amateur radio is a great thing. If you have any desire in electronics, communications, or you're just a hobbyist kind of thing into radios or communications or anything like that, definitely check it out. Get into the hobby. I've so far have had a good experience when it comes to the studying and talking with people. It's been awesome. So once I get on the repeaters and Echolink nodes and things like that, it's going to be a lot of fun talking to people. So we'll see how everything goes. Yeah, have a good night, everybody. I'm going to head to bed now. It's almost 1 a.m. Sorry for talking your ear off. You guys have an awesome night. Take care. We'll see you later. I will put my call sign in this description when it becomes available, or I will make a new blog or vlog or something about it. Anyway, that's enough for me. Take care, guys. Peace out.